Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the regular meeting of the Dearborn Heights City Council, January 27, 2026. Madam Clerk, please take roll call.
Hassan Ahmad,
Present?
Nancy Breyer,
Here.
Robert Constant,
Present.
Margaret Kuhn,
Here.
Denise Malinowski Maxwell,
Here.
Hassan Saab,
Present.
and Tom Wenzel.
Here.
Mr. Chair, you have a quorum.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Pledge of Allegiance. Chief Kozowski, please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you, everyone. 2A, swearing in Police Chief Kozowski. Judge Turfy.
Real quick, if that's all right.
You want to do that first? No.
Before we swear.
It's up to the judge. It's up to the judge.
It's up to the judge.
It was my courtroom.
I'm glad we're in Councilman Ahmad's chambers today. Council Chair, I'd love to have the mic for a quick second.
Okay, go ahead, Mayor.
First and foremost, I want to say to Chief Kozowski, who has taken on this role, and he has been instrumental these past 27 days now. And he is somebody that's jumped into the role and has hit the ground running. I'm extremely proud to say that you are representing the city of Dearborn Heights. It's a lot of talent. The fact that we even were able to bring back two former chiefs, Lee Gavin and Walter Tony, who are also here, if we can recognize them here. Both are here and have, served the city for a long, long time. They did a great job serving the city, not as great as Janet, who's here also with us and has been serving the city for a lot longer. We hope that today's message resonates, that we have a successful police department. While things in the past, and we're not here to, talk about the past, but while things were being talked a lot through the media, I want today to be a new page for all of us, for the residents, for our police department. Let our police officers know that we here in the administration and in, collaborating with the city council, we have each other's back and we have your backs and we have your best interest. And we knew ultimately that Mr. Kozowski is going to be able to put his, set aside and allow us to borrow him to be able to put Dearborn Heights first. And we thank his wife, his children, his parents. It's extremely important to us. You are sharing your child, your husband, your father with us today. And so my message outside of to the chief is to you guys, thank you so much. And we really, really appreciate for you guys for allowing us to, keep your father, keep your dad, keep your son and your husband. And I call him on the weekends. I'm like, hey, please tell your wife I'm sorry for calling. And he's like, don't worry about it. I already prepped her. And I'm thinking in my head, she's probably like, I hate this guy. But please forgive me for, even taking him this past weekend. I was like, hey, can you hang out on, Friday night, like 7:30? He's like, let me ask my wife. She wants to go to Costco. So I don't know if you got to go to Costco. I hope he took you in the morning because I took him at night. But Chief, welcome. Thank you so much. And
Thank you, Mayor.
78.
Judge?
Do solemnly swear and affirm. To support the Constitution of the United States. Constitution of the State of Michigan. The ordinances in and for the city of Dearborn Heights. And to faithfully perform the duty. Of the office of Dearborn Heights Police Chief. According to the best of my abilities. So help me God.
Chief, you want to say something at the podium, please?
it's his meeting. I hope he allows it.
Thank you, everyone. Chief?
I just want 2 minutes or a minute or two just to recognize.
Take
the people
3,
that are
please.
here. So obviously, I feel a lot of pride in this accomplishment. It is an accomplishment, but not just for me, but for the gentleman over there. Showed me the way. all learned this about me. I
I
tend
take
to-
it, I'm sorry, Chief, I take it that's your dad?
So it's my dad. But
Understand.
I'm talking about Chief Fulton Torney, Chief Gavin,
Oh,
Chief,
okay.
Lieutenant Lurst, my partner, my longtime partner from the road, Pat Mueller, my training officer, Jeff Ross, is over there. So these great men that this isn't just my accomplishment, this is their accomplishment too, and I just want to recognize
So
them.
however you mentioned, please stand up, you're
Yes.
recognized.
These are the men who really took care of our police department over the last 20 years or so, who made it into what it was, who allowed people like me to succeed and to experience growth and to experience just life over the last 20 years, right? They've been to my weddings, I've been to their weddings, we've seen each other's children be born, Father's Days, Mother's Days, you name it. We've spent all this time together, so. Sorry, you guys will learn this about me. I tend to speak from the heart very, very often, and it's sometimes difficult for me to speak. But my family, my wife Wendy, who you guys know, I've said this before, I've been on call for the last probably 15 to 16 years. So hundreds and hundreds of phone calls in the middle of the night. She's woken up for every single one of them, whether it's to get my shoes out or to make me a cup of coffee, or it's just to wish me well and give me that hug and kiss before I go to some pretty horrific and horrendous things, right? So my kids,
Is that the part over here?
my kids are amazing. They're the most peaceful, loving, kind-hearted people I've ever met. And they get that from their mom. And then, of course, I've got my mom and my dad here. My dad, who is absolutely my hero. To the moon. They've all made the sacrifices with me over the years. They've seen me go through and experience some pretty major events throughout my career, and have supported me 100% along the way and supported the city of Dearborn Heights. I'm very proud of this position I'm in. I'm very excited for the opportunity. Thank you, Mo. Thank you to our transition team. Thank you to our council, to our community members who have embraced me with open arms and have been so overwhelmingly positive and encouraging to me over the last 3 or 4 weeks. I've had so many meetings with so many people, and it's just been such a positive experience. To the mayor's administrative team, it's a great team. You guys should all be excited. This entire city should just be very excited for the opportunity that they have to work with such an amazing team. He's brought in experts, and he's brought in people who have proven track records of accomplishment, and we're all very excited to work with him and his team, especially me. I feel so honored to be a part of that team, and so thank you.
Thank you, Chief.
Your wife does a lot more for you than my wife does. Cup of coffee, gets your shoes ready. I'll stop there.
You didn't get permission.
Stop there. Well, I'm just going to say a couple of things. I think that the past 3 weeks weren't easy for the chief, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm going to be honest, I didn't know the chief that close. I used to see him here and there in different events. But the last 3 weeks, especially being with him in different appointments and the things that he showed with the things that happened the past 3 weeks showed an amazing leadership. Something that I'm proud of. Something I would like to congratulate the administration, especially Mayor Baidoon, for an amazing pick. I would like to congratulate the chief. We have high hopes with the chief that he's going to take our PD to the next level. We do thank you. We thank your leadership, and we're looking forward to working with you. Thank you.
I just want to echo Councilman Chair's comments. I absolutely have no doubt that Chief Guzowski is going to outperform what we think he's going to do. I think he's the perfect guy for the position, and I know great things are going to come to the city and to the department with his leadership. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. Any council members?
Council Chair.
Councilman?
Yeah, I'd like to thank our mayor and Chief Guzowski and just everyone recognize that he was hired pursuant to State Law Act 78. He came up to the rank.
Council Chair,
Mayor?
full disclosure, my wife is watching. She did make me my cup of coffee. I'm kidding, Leila.
I told you to be quiet.
Yeah, I didn't know she was watching.
Thank you. Any
Thanks,
more
Chief.
council members? Seeing none, move on to agenda approval. Councilman Saab?
I move that Dearborn Heights City Council approve the agenda with an addition of the amendment to the omnibus agreement to 9C for the regular meeting of January 27, 2026 as submitted.
Support.
A motion by Councilman Saab, second by Councilman Constant. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it, motion carries. Number 4, approval of minutes.
Council Chair,
Councilman Saab.
I move that Dearborn Heights City Council approve the minutes for the special meeting of December 9, 2025 as submitted.
Second.
A motion by Councilman Saab, seconded by Councilwoman Breyer. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it, motion carries. 4B, minutes from the regular meeting of January 13, 2026.
Council Chair,
Councilman Saab.
I move that the Dearborn Heights City Council approve the minutes for the regular meeting of January 13, 2026 as submitted.
Second.
A motion by Councilman Saab, seconded by Councilman Constant. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it, motion carries. 5, public hearings and comment on agenda, or no, should be on agenda items only,
No.
on anything.
It's both.
Yeah, because this is,
We get over.
any comments from the public? You have 2 minutes. Please state your name, city, street, and the city you live in. It's not going to be a debate. You say whatever you have. After you sit down, if we have an answer, we'll give it. If not, we'll promise we'll have somebody from the administration to give you a call.
Hi, everyone. Angela Venegas, Dwight Street, Dearborn Heights, Michigan. I just wanted to touch a little bit about social media this past week, dealing with the storm, water main breaks, people's concerned about getting their streets plowed. I don't know if anybody realizes our DPW department, these guys are working 16 hours a day. Not everybody's street's going to get plowed the first day, the second day. These guys are fixing water main breaks. The elements have been horrible. It's been freezing cold. And then we have the comments on Facebook. People, your biggest worry is if your street's been plowed. There's so much more in life that's so much more important. I've had my street plowed. I've had a water main break. These guys came out. They were fantastic, professional, courteous, did the job, got it done right. The police have been out there busting their butts trying to get people cited with traffic violations for snow removal so that your snows can be plowed correctly. And the same people who are out here complaining are probably a lot of the same people who have their cars parked in the street and are mad that their streets aren't plowed. You go down a street and you leave 20 cars on the street, of course your street's not going to look plowed. These guys are out there trying, they're giving it their all, and they all deserve a round of applause because this week they've gone above and beyond. God bless you guys, and congratulations to our new chief, and everybody just stay safe, and, let's all be part of the solution and not part of the problem. When we all work together and help one another, we're going to have a much better city. Thank you, Mo. God bless you guys.
Thank you very much. Well said. Thank you. Go ahead, sir. State your name, street, city you live in. You have 2 minutes.
Hello, my name is Radal Wishaw. I live on Mayburn Street. I live in Dearborn Heights, Michigan. I've been a resident of Dearborn Heights since 2003. I went to high school and middle school with Mr. Mo Beydoun. I wanted to thank Mo Beydoun for being very active in the trying to find the lost person who passed away, Mr. Yusuf Naeem. As a father of 2 kids, one of whom has autism, it meant a lot to me that he was very active and he tried to make sure to find him. I myself woke up in the middle of the night trying to find him because I put myself in those parents' shoes. What I'm asking the city council to consider going forward is making the community more accepting of people with special needs. If we can possibly eke out a little bit more in the budget for special needs parks, for any areas in the community. We've already done, I've noticed Dearborn has done a considerable effort, Mr. Abdullah Hamoud, in accommodating people with special needs. The people with the number of incidences of autism is increasing. I want to make sure that everybody every household feels welcome in the city of Dearborn Heights. I'm here to help. I'm currently an engineer at Ford Motor Company, and I'm an MBA student at the University of Michigan. I can have MBA students working with the city council. If anybody needs my contact information, please reach out to Mo. Mo can provide it. And we can get MBA students from the University of Michigan working on making our city a better city. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Paul Patzer. I live on Plainfield Street in Dearborn Heights, Michigan. And I'm here due to the increasing amount of mass surveillance cameras that have been popping up across the country and in our state, primarily through Flock. I started being concerned about mass surveillance when one was put on the front lawn of our business in Monroe without our permission. People have been blowing the whistle on flock safety for a year, and Congress has even proposed an investigation through the FCC. There's a website called deflock.me where people will report and document flock cameras. There are about 2,200 in the state of Michigan that have been reported so far, with about 1,000 of them in Wayne County. I went to the Southgate Mall today. Between my house, Southgate, and back, I passed 38 different flock cameras that tracked my car. They're horrendously insecure, and their vulnerabilities have been published in the National Vulnerability Database. As of November, there are over 47 different security issues being covered and discussed. There are summaries I'd be happy to provide if you're interested in. I obviously can't go over all of these methods, but the most obvious one is that you can get admin permission off of a Google search that gives you access to almost the entire database, including license plates across the country. People have used these cameras to stalk people. They can run your image through facial recognition databases that are well known. I'm just greatly concerned. There aren't that many in Dearborn Heights at the moment, but there are plenty in Garden City and Westland and Detroit. So just keep an eye on that and maybe don't put any more in our city. Thank you guys for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the information, something that I didn't know. Please state your name, street, city you live in. You have 2 minutes.
Hi, my name is Sarah Hazimi. I live on Cronin Drive in Dearborn Heights. I am a parent of 3 children, one of whom has autism. I'm here because people with special needs deserve the same opportunities, safety, and consideration as every other child in our city. Autism does not mean a child's life is less value or fewer rights. Our children should be able to enjoy public spaces, parks, and community resources just like anybody else. One of my biggest concerns is safety. There needs to be a clear, organized plan for when a child with autism goes missing. Many children on the spectrum are prone to wandering, and every minute in those situations matters. Parents should not have to hope that someone knows what to do. We need a plan in place that protects our most vulnerable residents. It's one thing when a school district does not accommodate students with special needs and sends them to neighboring districts. I understand that the school system is separate from the city. However, I'm here today to ask that you continue to support all residents and accommodate. That includes accommodating children and adults with special needs through its planning, programs, and public spaces. I also want to be clear. I pay taxes just like every other parent in this city. My family contributes, and we have the same rights to safety, access, and quality public resources. Asking for inclusion and planning is not asking for special treatment, it's asking for equal treatment. As a parent, I have to think about my child's future every single day. I need to know that my child will grow up in a city that is safe, accessible, and supportive with the things they need to get through life with dignity. That includes our parks. Parks should be welcoming, accessible, and thoughtfully designed so that all children and adults, regardless of ability, can use them safely. I'm asking the City Council to consider families like mine when making decisions. Inclusion, safety planning, and accessible public spaces matter. Our children and adults with special needs are part of this community, and they deserve to be protected and valued. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Thank you. Good evening. Please state your name, street, city you live in.
Good
You have 2
evening.
minutes.
My name is Mona Alloway. My address is Kenilworth, Dearborn. I am the co-founder of Blue Hands United for Autism. We are a nonprofit that services families throughout Southeast Michigan, including families in Dearborn Heights. I wanted to first send my condolences to the family of Yusuf Naeem, a Dearborn Heights resident who sadly and tragically passed away earlier this month. I also want to take the time to recognize and thank this administration, Mayor Beydoun, his team, the police chief, and the police force on all of their efforts during that difficult time. We know that the outcome is not what any of you or any of us wanted. While we wish the ending was different, we need to move forward without forgetting what we experienced and what we learned. We also need to keep Yusuf's memory and his name front and center in all we do moving forward. We do not want to dwell on the past and all that this city was lacking and missing before any of you took office. We now have a new administration, new leaders, a new team, and we are hoping that with you comes new light. We ask that this current city council and all who work for the city to not only consider, but to make all residents a priority when creating the annual budget, mandatory trainings, new projects, and city events. And I emphasize on the word all. We want it documented that on this day, we are asking for there to be clear and evident change within this city with what's being offered for residents with disabilities, what resources are available, and what changes are occurring. We have no doubt that you will all be very transparent and be just as committed to this mission as we are. We have faith in all of you, and we hope that we can work together to make Dearborn Heights an inclusive and accessible city for all. I stand here before you not only representing Blue Hands United, but I'm also representing the voice for individuals that are depending on you and I to be there for them. I appreciate and thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Ms. Alawi, and thank you for all you do. God bless you. God bless your organization.
Hi, good evening. My name is Miriam Alloway. My address is Kingsley Street. I'm also a co-founder of Blue Hands United. In addition to what Mona has stated, for the past 3 years, Blue Hands United has been advocating for the reactivation of the Disabilities Commission in the city of Dearborn Heights. The commission has remained inactive despite ongoing efforts from our organization and community members. While reactivating the commission is an important step, it is only one part of what is truly needed. We are calling for a meaningful action, initiatives that actively include people with disabilities and special needs in the city programs, planning, and everyday life. These are our children, our parents, and our neighbors. Accessibility and inclusion should never be an afterthought. They must be built into how the city operates from the very beginning. We are aware and thankful that the City Council approved the reactivation of the Disabilities Commission. We are now hopeful that with Mayor Beydoun and the new administration in place, this approval will move forward and that the city will take the necessary steps this year to fully implement what is needed. This is about dignity, fairness, and building a city that truly includes everyone. Thank you for your time and your consideration and continued service to the community.
Thank you very much. Whoever talked about, I'm sorry, just 1 second. Whoever talked about, the need for city services for the special needs and autism, with all my meetings with the administration, I assure you it's one of their top priorities. And I see our grant writer here, she's been taking notes. So we're working on it, and hopefully we can secure some grants soon and address all these issues in the near future. Sir, please state your name, street.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone.
I'm so sorry. 1 second.
Yeah.
Councilman.
Thank you, Council Chair. In the last 6 months, a resolution I wrote was passed to reestablish the Disability Commission, and we actually have members in place right now, and we're just getting ready to have our first official meeting. And we'll let you know, if we have your contact information, we can let you know. And we are always looking for a couple of new members too. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman.
Thank you.
Sir.
Can I start?
Please.
Okay. Zohair Abdelhat, Rosemary. First, I want to congratulate everybody for being on the City Council, on the commissions, and new jobs. I wish you good luck on your new jobs, and I hope you will be up to the task because there will be lots of people watching what's going on.
We missed you the first meeting.
Actually, I was busy with something else. I'll make it up for you.
I bet you will.
I want to talk about the contract with KW. Nothing against them or anything. I admire Mr. Phillips and his team. But I read the contract and there I have some comments about it. I don't believe any real estate agent who refers something, to property they list will accept 1%. I don't think anyone in the state will accept it, including Mr. Phillips. If he referred to somebody to another one, he will not accept 1%. So it should be 1.5 by 1.5. Which is reasonable. Otherwise, I'll be blunt, it's going to be looking like a favoritism to one party because nobody is going to come for the 1%. A second thing, we must put in this contract, it's not for rental. Those properties should be for people who want to live in the city, not for companies coming from outside or investors who make our city look like a dump some places. So we have to be clear that it is only for people who want to live in the city, homeowners. And Mr. Baidoon and I and you guys on the city council promised that the city will give 2 houses at least to our disabled veterans. I hope that you're going to keep that promise, Mr. Baidoon, and this council will spend the money to give 2 disabled veterans 2 houses, you know, which can be good properties.
Thank you very much.
And what happened to the citizens oversight, which the city council approved, and Mr. Baidoon himself suggested it?
Thank you.
Thank
very
you.
much. We'll address all the issues when it comes to the agenda item. Ma'am?
My name is Ashley Sims. I live on Beach Daily in Dearborn Heights. I just wanted to first say congratulations to Chief Kozowski. My grandfather and my uncle, Dave and Jeff Sapinko, were both captains of the Dearborn Heights Chief Police Department in the 90s and the early 2000s. So much respect for the Dearborn Heights Police Department. You know, very familiar with the department and everything. So congratulations. I just had a little bit more to say about the flock cameras. I have recently seen that Flock has recently signed an agreement with Ring cameras, and they have recently signed an agreement to where they can share that data with each other, and which that is also making it a unsecured network of information that is being shared. I just don't believe that it is a really safe thing to have in our neighborhoods. You know, in the increasingly surveilled environment that we are living in, I just don't feel that I am very comfortable with that. You know, there are studies of, you know, there are reports of like for ICE to be accessing these reports from Flock and from Ring, and I feel like, you know, with everything going on, I just don't feel like that is something that is really good to bring into our neighborhoods. So I just don't know if anybody is just aware of that. So I would feel, I do understand as to why we may want to have, you know, traffic surveillance. You know, obviously we have many sort of traffic issues in the city. Obviously, that has been an issue for many years. But if it was something that is owned by the city, it's completely controlled by the city, I would feel more comfortable with it, just not from Flock.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Hassan Bazzi. I live on Sheehan. This time I'm going to take Sheehan Highway out of the equation here. I want to say congratulations for every citizen in the city of Dearborn Heights on the big accomplishment by electing the city council people, new mayor, our chief of the police department. Thank you for all what you do. Don't worry, write tickets. Do it. I'm telling you. I mean, for a minute, when I drove in Dearborn Heights the last 2 days, I thought I am in a different city. Thank you for the DPW. Thank you for everyone. Make it happen in the city of Dearborn Heights. I just want to ask if these meetings are streamed live or are they? I mean, we can. Oh, okay. All right. I didn't know that. So great. Thank you. Let's keep the good vibe going in the city. Hopefully we'll take it to a different level. Instead of saying, oh, we look like Dearborn now, we want them to say, we look like Dearborn Heights. Thank you all. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Chief. Thank you to all the residents. Thank you.
Mr. Bazzi, thank you for the positive energy. I appreciate that. Any more in person? I see none. Madam Clerk, can we?
I agree with Angela. I was going to talk about DPW doing a fantastic job, but I also have two of the best neighbors who had been out there with a snow blower doing 6 houses at a time more than twice a day. And one other neighbor with a shovel did my sidewalk, my porch, even did my car, and they were out there helping like old-fashioned neighbors used to do. And I want to applaud these two neighbors.
Council Chair. I also want to speak up. My neighbors have been doing the same for mine, too. I was kind of shocked because there was a guy out there with a snowblower. I'm going, oh, God, I got to find money. I remember hiring him, And I realized it was my neighbor.
That's great.
I've got 3 different neighbors that have been doing
So
it, so.
good people out there for sure.
It's way big.
Madam Clerk, can we move to Zoom?
Hi, good evening.
Good evening. Please state your name, street, and the city you live in. You have 2 minutes.
Nicole Crow, Academy Street, Dearborn Heights. Just more of a PSA. Priority Police had an issue yesterday with trash pickup, and many streets in the Monday area were missed. They were supposed to pick it up today. However, if you are missed, call the DPW tomorrow at 313-791-6000, and we'll get that over to them, which I think is now spilling over to the Tuesday area, because I'm the Tuesday pickup and my garbage still hasn't been picked up. They got about 20 more minutes, 25 minutes to get here. So if Tuesday is missed as well, give us a call. We'll get that over. I have a feeling it'll happen probably for the rest of this week. I don't know what the issue was. We were informed, but if I have any more information, I'll pass that along.
Thank you very much for that information. Any more on Zoom, Madam Clerk?
I don't have any.
Moving on to fund transfer and current claims.
Council Chair.
Councilman Saab.
I move that the Dearborn Heights City Council approve the claim in ACH wire transfers 6-1 through 6-26 as submitted.
Second.
A motion by Councilman Saab, seconded by Councilman Constant. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it, motion carries. Moving on to 8, reports from the mayor, attorney fee agreement.
Council Chair.
Councilman Saab.
I move that the Dearborn Heights City Council approve the attorney fee agreement between the city of Dearborn Heights and Gary T. Mayaki, and authorize the mayor and the clerk to sign the agreement on behalf of the city. In addition, authorize the mayor and the comptroller to sign, or the clerk to sign the necessary warrants and the treasurer to issue payments outlined in 8A.
Second.
A motion by Councilman Saab, seconded by Councilman Constant. So we have a new agreement with Mr. Mayaki because of unforeseen circumstances. He has to limit his job with the city, pretty much to the council meetings. So there's a new agreement. So he's not going to be doing the court and stuff, correct, Mr. Miyake? So just.
I'll fill in if it's necessary, but there will be a certain number of hours, and I will no longer be a city employee. I'll be going back to being an independent contractor, which I was supposed to be a city employee and independent contractor, but there was just too much that I had to do. It was way more than 25 hours a week.
Well, thank you for all you do, Mr. Mayaki. I mean, we hate to limit your hours, but we still have you for 32 hours a month, so that's great. I just want to remind all council members, please, if you need anything from Mr. Mayaki, to go through council chair before contacting him. Any discussion from council members?
Council Chair?
Councilman?
Can we reveal the change in the pay and his arrangements?
Everything is public record, of course.
Okay, so that's.
It's everything is in, so basically he's going to be working for 32 hours a month. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to open the agenda here, but it's $160 per hour.
Yeah, well, it's $5,000 for a retainer, as a lot of people would refer to it. And that will be paid at the beginning of the month, and then it'll be up to 32 hours. If I'm asked by the council chair, the mayor, chief of staff to go beyond that, then I'll submit a bill like I've always traditionally done, showing that I exceeded that amount, and then that would be $160 per hour.
So hopefully we don't need to exceed, but just in case.
Council Chair?
Mr. Cooper, I think the same thing. I cannot even pull the agenda right now. I don't know if it's a website or.
I just want to let everybody know that that $165 an hour, that's a good rate.
160.
Very good rate.
Even cheaper, 160.
160.
Councilman.
Very phenomenal. very
Keep
low
going.
rate.
I tried to get him at 150, he said no.
Any more discussion from council members?
Council Chair,
Councilwoman?
if he doesn't do the weekly amount, can we carry it over to another week?
I
Another
asked, it's
week?
not negotiable.
It's not going to happen? Okay.
We're going to use them for the weekly amount, trust me.
I hope so.
Any more discussion, council members? I see none. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Motion carries. Moving on to 9A, Treasurer Hicks Clayton, Budget Amendment.
Council Chair,
Councilwoman?
recommend the Dearborn Heights City Council approve a budget amendment with the Treasurer Office approved budget for the fiscal year 2025 to 2026. The amendment should not change the Treasurer's Office overall budgets.
Overall budgets,
Totals. Thank you, Hassan. Move 1,000 from.
1,200.
1,200 from supplies 101-253-72800, balance to 3,569.65 cents. Move the educational training 101-253-9600, the balance is 2,176.
Second.
Motion by Councilwoman King, seconded by Councilwoman Breyer. For discussion, basically, Madam Treasurer is moving 1,200 from one account to the other just for training purposes. Nothing's going to change, pretty much just moving from one account to the other. Any more discussion from council members? I see none. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it, motion carries. Thank you very much. Moving on to 9B, Controller by Doon, donation
Council
acceptance,
Chair.
Councilman Saab.
I move that the Dearborn Heights City Council accept a donation in the amount of $100,000 from My Legacy Foundation, a nonprofit organization on behalf of the City of Dearborn Heights Police Department for the sole purpose of supporting and enhancing public safety through the implementation of the Exxon drone program. The donation funds shall be deposited into a restricted account and shall be used exclusively for public safety purposes related to the Exxon drone program that the department has been in talks to purchase. These funds shall not be transferred, reallocated, or expanded for any purpose other than those expressly stated with herein as outlined in 9B.
Second.
A motion by Councilman Saab, seconded by Councilwoman Breyer. Again, this motion, I want to thank Councilman Saab for his effort where he was able to have a donor to donate money to the police to be used for the police department for the Exxon drone program.
Council Chair.
Councilman Saab.
I just want to thank the My Legacy Foundation and Mr. Mike Shahadi. Was having a discussion with him, talking about the drones that Dearborn had, which I called and he said they were about $18,000 a drone. So I reached out to the chief. I was like, Chief, send me an invoice for a drone. We're going to get one. So he sends me an invoice. It's $590,000. So I forward this email to the gentleman. I go up to him, look, I'm sorry, I mistalked about how much the drone was. He's like, well, what do you need? I go up to him, I can't tell you how much we need as a city, but it's whatever you're willing to donate, we'll accept, whether it's $1 or $10,000 or $1,000. And he said, I'm gonna write out a check for $100,000. And we told him that our chief is working with our grant writer to try to secure some funding for it, and we have some money coming from TIFA, about $100,000, we're hoping. And we're trying to secure some more money. He said, once you figure out everything that's, that you guys have funded and able to get for the next year and a half, if you guys don't have the budgets, come back to me. I will fund it forward. So I really want to thank him because, and honestly, this is not something he's doing for recognition, nor does he ever take recognition. But he truly cares about this community. And he always steps up, and public safety is a #1 issue to him. So I just want to thank him again and thank all the work he does.
So I do want to thank the donor. I want to thank you, Councilman Saab, and keep on coming.
Council Chair.
Mayor.
I just want to echo a little bit about Councilman Saab here. While, he doesn't want to take the recognition, the truth is he went out and asked for this, and you actually brought it to the city of Dearborn Heights, so my cahoots go to you, and thank you so much, Councilman Zopper. Great work.
Thank you.
Bring us some more, huh?
We're working on it. We're working on it.
Any more discussion from council members? Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Moving on to 9C, Comptroller Baidoon, contract approval, city-owned properties.
Council Chair.
Councilwoman?
The Dearborn Heights City Council approved the master listing agreement, how do you say that? Omnibus agreement.
Omnibus.
Omnius?
Omnibus.
Agreement and amend,
Addendum.
Agreement and the addendum.
agreement, addendum, to the anonymous agreement between the city of Dearborn Heights and the Keller Williams Agency. In addition, authorize the mayor and clerk to sign on behalf of the city council to outline in 9C.
Second.
A motion by Councilwoman King, seconded by Councilman Constant. For discussion? So this just give you a backstory on this. The city went for RFP to sell the city properties. In December, I think, of 2025, the city council picked a company, which was Keller Williams, to proceed with them. The lowest actually, there's two companies that they asked for 2% commission. Keller Williams asked for 3%. When the city council picked them, they went to 2% to be compatible with the other two companies. I know somebody mentioned here about 3%, so 1% would be going for the buyer's agent. The way it works, we deal with the listing agent, we offer them whatever we're gonna pay them. It used to be customary in the past that we do offer the buyer's agent too, in case there's another buyer's agent from a different company, to make sure that every agent in the market will show our property and sell it. But in this case, pretty much Keller Williams did match the other two lowest bids. But it's up to the city council what to do with this. I know this as a city, because I suggested last time, we need to offer something to the buyer's agent to make sure every single agent in the area will show our properties so we can get top dollars for our properties. But the main focus here, as the listing side, we're paying Keller Williams 2%. If you want to offer more for the buyer's side, by all means, agents will love you out there, and they're going to make sure show your property and sell it for top dollars. But it's open for discussion. Any discussion from council members?
Council Chair.
Councilman?
Well, and it's definitely, there's a low inventory of houses, but 1% is not much for a buyer's agent. Former Councilman Zuhair Abdul Haq talked about 1.5% and 1.5%. What about 2% and 2%? Or would we have to send it back out for bid?
No.
I'm not sure if do we have to?
No, you do not.
Because it's whatever the city wants to pay, but I mean, it's up to this council, whatever. There's a motion on the table now.
2% and 2% for a total of 4%. That's still a bargain. These are properties that they're not going to show well. You know, they're sort of abandoned properties that.
Yeah.
Or you could leave it for now, and whoever brings offers from different offices, they can negotiate that too. We're gonna have
No.
committee from council members. Mr. Mayanki, wanted to say something?
Yeah, there are a few issues, if I may. Based on the council's direction, Mayor Baidoon and I ended up meeting with Mr. Phillips and worked out this split of the 2 and 1, and he came off of the 3% commission. So he came down and basically met everyone else, ended up working with the city council with regard to the buyer's agent. You just always have to remember, however, because of the National Association of Realtors settlement, buyer's commissions cannot now be put on multi-list. So it doesn't have quite the same impact that it might otherwise have if you say 1 or 2%. And if there is a buyer's agent who's already involved, Mr. Phillips was like, well, I really think you should just leave that alone. Don't end up having the 1%. And Mayor Baidoon and I said, well, we have direction from the council. So we're trying to work with you, but at the same time, we know that the council finds this important. So this is the compromise that we came up with, the 2 and the 1%, and recognize that the buyer's agent can still end up getting paid a commission from their own people, namely their own client. So it is a situation where there is an incentive in the city because of the National Association of Realtors settlement, is not in the position where it's going to necessarily gain as much. As a matter of fact, Mr. Phillips was like, you should just allow them to come in and negotiate these buyers' commissions separately. And again, we said, well, with due respect, this is what we have, and we think that this is a good number, and he worked with us with regard to that. The addendum that was included was in case the property is such a low value that there will be a commission of 2 and 1 or at least $1,000. Like if it's a vacant property, it's probably not going to sell more than $10,000, in which case there's still an incentive to end up marketing and selling that property. And Council Chair, you had raised an issue with me, if you want me to address that, in terms of the termination provision would be like in the RFP package that was in, which basically allows the city of Dearborn Heights, when it's in best interest, to unilaterally cancel the agreement at any time. But things that are already in the works we would not necessarily be able to do. So the 2-year term seems like a reasonable amount of time to allow this partnership to be able to thrive. And if it doesn't work out or there's a really big problem, then it can end up being revisited and the city still has its rights in terms of that. So this was, I think, a good negotiation that we had. I think Mr. Phillips would feel that he wanted more, but we didn't agree to that. The mayor didn't agree to that. So I think it's a
Thank you,
good
Mr.
agreement.
Mayaki. Sorry, Madam Clerk, I don't know if I mentioned, but I'm recusing myself from the vote for this one.
Also, Council Chair, if I may just add a few things too, like when we were having these discussions and we're having the back and forth, don't forget that the brokerage also has its expense of listing these properties, getting the signages, putting them on, getting employees, putting, things on there. So like there's work that is also going to consist of, so like getting a photographer out there. Think about it. If there's 70 properties at $200 a piece of just photos and some properties you might not even make $200. We also have to figure that out. And a lot of the properties that we do have are vacant land, guys. It's vacant land. So you're going to see a lot of, if there's 60 properties out there, more than 60% of them is vacant land. And so that's what the addendum in there was on there to say, like, you can at least minimum make $1,000 for the buyer, $1,000 for the seller's agent. Overall, this was a contract that me, Mr. Phillips, based on what the council has stated, and Gary and Hussein had a lot of thought going into back and forth, and we wanted to make sure that one, we have 5 months to sell properties. This budget that we all approved has $1.5 million that we still need to make sure that we sell this year in the next 4 to 5 months. So I need you to understand that, or else then we're put in a really bad spot.
On this.
Yeah.
Thank you. Mr. I'm sorry, Councilman.
Yes, as a matter of fact, Mr. Phillips, to dovetail on what the mayor said, Mr. Phillips said, look, if it's a 1% commission, for me, it just doesn't make sense for me to market the property fully like I normally end up doing, and that's why I've been so successful in this area.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you. Councilwoman?
Council Chair, if I remember correctly, the council directed them to do 1.5% and 1.5%. When did this change to 2 and 1? Where did this change happen?
no,
It didn't,
the motion does not say that.
Right.
did it, I can't, Madam Clerk, did it say that? Or?
It did.
Council Chair.
No,
One second.
I remember 1.5% and 1.5%.
I mean, all I remember is saying I was pushing to offer something for the buyer's agent, for sure.
But it was supposed to be
Because we need to push
1.5
those
and
properties.
1.5, and I just, I'm on that committee, and no one has met yet, as far as I know, to ask even us about
No, the
this.
committee meets once the properties are listed, so you can go over offers when the offers are in.
Okay.
That's what the committee is for. So now we have a motion on the table, 2% with 1% to the buyer's agent, or Councilman Constantly said 2 and 2, or if you want to just pay the 2% and pay nothing to the buyer's agent. It's up to you guys. You guys make the decision. And Councilwoman, you had something to say?
Yes. I was the one that suggested the 2 to 1 because I don't think they're going to be shown if they get nothing. And having done this for over 25 years, I understand that they want something. And I like Mr. Zuhair's idea of 1.5 and 1.5 personally. I prefer that.
Yeah, the council's motion was 25,627, And basically was to award the bid for city-owned properties brokerage services to Keller Williams Legacy for a cost not to exceed 3%. So we were working within that number, and we got a lot of pushback on going even to 1.5%. So.
Council Chair.
Councilman?
To be honest, the brokerage that's taken to put these forward, they're not gonna work for free to advertise them, market them, go through them, inspect them. I mean, yeah, the 1% on the sales end, that's fine, but they're also putting in the work, the time and the effort. So if they're selling it and somebody comes and want to buy it, give them the same amount, that's not fair. Realistically speaking, I think 2 to 1 is fair, and I don't think we should go to 2 and 2 and splitting it down the board, down the aisle as 1.5, 1.5 doesn't make sense.
Okay, let's, okay, we have a motion on the
Council
table.
Chair.
Let's stay, Councilman.
Thank you. A couple of things is this committee that we formed, I never remember saying they're going to act on an offer for the property. It was never stipulated that it was said this committee would, once we gave it to a certain company, that this committee would oversee those properties and see what to do with each property, not make judgment on an offer made for that property. That was never said. And, because I always thought, the committee would come up with the few properties that I recommended that go to veterans. And I think that should be the first thing. This committee should meet before any property are put on the market to determine which ones are put on the market, which ones are held back.
Well, you could do that, Councilman.
Yeah.
You could do that, but
Yeah,
now we're trying to finish the first step, which is hiring somebody first.
Yeah. Well, that's what, okay. And secondly,
Council Chair.
these companies that came in here and gave their presentation, that was for X amount of properties that we have right now, 60 or whatever it is, not a 2-year contract.
You have 2 years to sell the properties. What if they don't sell them?
We have to sell them by, you said yourself, we have to sell them by July.
You have to sell $1.5 million by July. So if there's $3 million, you have to make sure that you get to at least 1.5 million. And guys, I just want to be clear. You still have another listing agreement that you guys still have to approve.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I don't know where the back and forth. Right now, we're approving of a contract. The next step of this is to bring out, all right, now you go to the Keller Williams Legacy. These are all the properties. These are what we estimate these homes to be sold at. Are you guys okay with this? And now let's go out to the public and be put online.
Well, if they have a 2-year contract, they'll have the next listings also.
Well,
we don't have another list of houses.
We will, though.
I hope.
Yeah.
Well, if I may, Council
I don't
Chair.
hope, actually. I hope people don't lose their
I'm
homes.
sorry, let's give you one moment, please. Councilman, are you going to stop?
Kind of, yeah.
The process is going to take some time. By the time they assess the homes, to see how much they're worth. If,
2 years?
The title work is good. I mean, it's going to take probably a month or so. So the committee can meet with the listing agent, or listing broker, and decide whatever they want to decide. We discussed the deed restriction too. So whoever buys it, if it's an investor, needs to sell it to a homeowner occupant, which is, this is all can be set before the property goes on the market. Mr. Mayaki?
Yes, what's envisioned is that there's going to be a specific listing agreement for each property. So Keller Williams, after this is approved, is going to go through the inventory, is going to end up assessing the properties that should be marketed as soon as possible, come back to this body with a specific listing agreement for each one of those properties. And the idea would be that if there are issues, those issues could be addressed before public meetings so that we don't end up having a problem with saying what our sales strategy is or revealing that. So you might be able to talk to Mr. Phillips about that. And then, hopefully approve those listing agreements and get this moving and generate the revenue for this fiscal year, like the mayor is saying.
Okay. Last comment, please. Thank you.
Yeah, quickly, what I remember is we were going back and forth, and then Mr. Phillips said, look, you have to leave the 3% open, and with each deal, see what we can negotiate, if my memory serves me correctly. So I think the 2 and 1 is a good idea.
I agree.
Okay, we have a motion on the table now by Councilwoman King, seconded by Councilman Constant. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
No. No.
Madam Clerk, please take roll call.
I'm going to go with you, even though you're going to, Hassan Ahmad, you're abstaining.
I'm sorry.
Nancy Breyer,
No?
Denise Malinowski Maxwell,
No.
Hassan Saab,
Yes.
Robert Constant,
Yes.
Tom Wenzel,
No.
Margaret King.
Yes.
Looks like a tie, so motion fails.
Motion fails. Anybody has any other motion on this subject?
Council Chair,
Councilman?
I'd like to put a motion forward that the Dearborn Heights City Council approve the master listing agreement, omnibus agreement, and an addendum to the omnibus agreement between the City of Dearborn Heights and Keller Williams Leg Agency. In addition, authorize the mayor and the clerk to sign on behalf of the city as outlined in 9C. Council Chair,
It's the same motion, Councilman.
I'm adding to it.
What
So
did you add?
I want to add that these properties, this motion is to bring back the listing agreement of all the properties, to put them forward in front of council to accept it. This is putting a contract forward with Keller Williams to accept the properties, to go through them, and bring us back a listing of how much they're going to be listed for. That's what this motion is for. You're blocking a step forward. We're blocking a step forward.
No, I understand,
that-
Councilman, but there's still a master listing agreement, so.
Right, but the agreement has to be approved in order for us to accept, for them to come forward with all the properties, for us to accept the listings.
Council Chair.
With the 3%.
Before we proceed, we have a motion by Councilman Saab.
Yes.
We have a second for that one.
Second.
Second by Councilman Constant. Discussion, Mayor?
Council Chair, you guys, I know everybody's trying to look at the 1.5, and I respect Mr. Abdul Haq tremendously for these insights, right? The reality is the buyer's agent is not listing this, is not paying for this, is not sending their employees. They're not taking a special photographer. You're not getting a drone footage. You're not showing the outline of the space. And there's work that goes into this. And there's work that the buyer's agent, that is a partnership to the city of Dearborn Heights. The reality is, under the NAR Act, there should be $0 for a buyer's agent. That's the law.
No, it's not.
That's not Mo Beydoun saying no, and I know Councilwoman Menalowski Maxwell saying.
negotiated,
Yeah, it's negotiated. By law, you are not allowed to put, you are gonna pay a buyer's agent on the NMLS. It's illegal. So it's not Mo Beydoun's law, it's not Gary's law, it's not Dearborn Heights' law. But we are taking the recommendation of the city of Dearborn Heights, and my personal opinion is, if you guys wanna go 1.5, 2, that's okay. But I don't think you tell the brokerage, hey, you know what, I don't care what you're gonna pay for your photographer, I don't care what you're gonna have to pay for this, I don't care about the locksmith, I don't care about, come on, guys.
Chair?
And at the end of the day, you guys are also saying, we wanna extend this and we want this to prolong this even much longer. My thing here is, we have a reputable company, we have a guy that has been here at every single meeting, you've heard the public come out and speak, and on top of all of this, you all have agreed, when you guys approved, except for Mrs. King, all of you on this council have agreed we are going to sell those properties and we're going to take $1.5 million to be able to finish this year's fiscal budget. How do you think that's going to happen? You think delaying it and fighting it and pushing back and forth is going to be the answer to it? Find a solution like adults and figure it out. But voting no is not the answer.
Thank you, Mayor. Councilwoman?
Council Chair, oh God, now I've lost my train of thought, what I was going to say. Take somebody else first, let me think.
So pretty much, I'm going to say something. Pretty much, we're giving an incentive to the buyer's agent of 1%. So
Okay. What I was going to say is we are actually handing them, how many properties?
60.
And they're going to get commission on all 60.
Sure.
Buyer's agents are only going to get 1 or 2 properties, whoever they bring in. This, yeah, they're going to list them. They're going to take pictures.
They're going to pay for signs.
It's not that expensive. And no, you don't pay for signs. Those signs are already printed. You put them, you dig the hole and you pay somebody to put them in, but you don't pay for the actual sign because they're already printed.
Sure.
And like I said, we're handing them a lot of listings, and if this works out, I'd like to continue with them, if we can come to some kind of agreement. And I agree with 1.5 and 1.5 is fair. Or we change it to 2 and 2. But let's do both sides equally. But like I said, yeah, they're incurring the expense of advertising it, but they're getting all the houses.
Council Chair.
So we have a motion by Councilman Saab. Let's, Gary?
Yes, why not? I mean, it would not affect Mr. William or Mr. Phillips if it's 2% and 1.5%. It doesn't have to be 2 and 2, and then you get the 1.5 that you think makes sense, and he gets the 2% that he can work with.
That
Thank you,
sounds
Gary,
good.
let's do that.
Council Chair.
My
You wanna amend your motion?
Council
Council Chair.
To the brokerage and 1.5% to the buyer's agent.
Second.
So a motion by Councilman Saab, seconded by Councilman Constant. Any more discussion?
Council Chair,
Councilman?
I'd like to add also that this is limited only to these properties that we're talking about now. Not a 2-year contract for 2 years, because things might change in 2 years.
Yeah.
I mean, that's only fair. I mean, that's what they came and bid on, right? Why are we offering them more? I mean, we're giving them more than they originally bid on.
Do we have an exact number, Mayor, for the properties?
I had never seen any of them. I don't even know one of the addresses. I have no idea where any of the properties are.
Gary?
It was 2 years in their proposal. That's why I put in the 2-year figure.
RFP is what it says. We're not making up things in the contract just to throw it at you guys.
Right.
And we're going based on the RFP that you approved of.
And Mr. Mayorkas said you can cancel anytime, so there's no.
That's why at the last meet I asked that. I mean, things that we're asking and they don't do it. I mean, we can actually cancel without any repercussion anytime.
Yes. Get your 4 votes and you can cancel.
Well, I mean, so what happens if we come up with 100 properties next year? I mean, that doesn't have to go out for bids again?
Yes, it's a different RFP.
No, I mean, they got a 2-year contract though. I mean,
2 years to sell this.
Is that 2-year contract unlimited, all the properties we have for sale?
No.
Or is it limited?
That's what I'm saying, just in these properties, right?
Okay, one minute, Councilman, finish, please. I'm sorry.
No.
Oh, no, I'm just saying, I just want this contract to be limited to these properties that we're discussing now.
Council Chair.
These are the
Mr.
properties
Mayor,
that we currently have for sales on the RFP.
Councilman, please.
Mr. Phillips is here. If you could pass on this matter for a moment, I can talk to him about the commission split and making it 1 year instead of 2 year. And then maybe we can get this done.
I mean,
If you don't have a problem with me walking out of the meeting.
Hold on, Council Chair.
Well,
Hold on, guys.
If the mayor doesn't.
Yeah, I have a problem saying 1 year or 2 year. First of all, you have a motion on the table with an amendment on the table, which was seconded by Councilman Constant. I hate to be the one to kind of go to Robert's Rules of Order, kind of say like, control the meeting. You don't have to go out there. The RFP was the RFP. One council member shouldn't be out for all of us to get up and go running and saying, hey, we're going to go out and do this. If the councilman doesn't agree with it, let him make his vote on the record.
Mayor.
That's it.
At the end of the day, it's what the council decide.
Yeah.
I know,
Yes.
we have a motion. He gave a suggestion. Would you like to amend your motion?
No.
He doesn't like to amend the motion. Let's vote on this one.
Can I just
All
say
in
one
favor,
thing?
please say aye.
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 Which amount are we voting on?
Whatever he said.
2 and 1.5.
Council Chair,
Yes.
we still are including in the motion, bring back the listings of all properties to council? That
Correct.
was
Yes,
in- okay.
correct.
Okay, and then the
Of course.
addition of the, okay.
And if I may, and direct Corporation Counsel to amend the documents accordingly.
Madam Clerk, please take roll.
Hassan Ahmad is abstaining. Nancy Breyer?
If it's a 2, 1.5, yes.
We have 1.5 and 2, or 2 and, okay. Denise Malinowski Maxwell?
Yes.
Hassan Saab?
Yes.
Robert Constant?
Yes.
Margaret King?
Yes.
Tom Wenzel?
No.
Motion carries.
What was the
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Passed.
4-5?
5-1.
5-1? Thank you very much. Motion carries. Finally, moving on to 11 ordinances and resolutions. Mayor Baidoon, ordinance updating city code section related to fines for infractions.
Council Chair.
Councilman Saab.
I move that Dearborn Heights City Council propose ordinance H-2601, an ordinance of the city of Dearborn Heights, providing that Chapter 1 of the Code of Ordinances, the city of Dearborn Heights, be amended by amending Section 1-11 pertaining to additional provisions regarding municipal civil infractions, and by amending Section -13 pertaining to the schedule of reduced fines for municipal civil infractions applicable in certain specific circumstances to be considered read for the first time as outlined in 11A.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Saab, seconded by Councilwoman Breyer. Pretty much it's updating ordinance city code, basically increasing all infractions by $100. Whatever we have right now, it's by $100. I don't know if Mr. Miyake, would you like to explain more or?
Briefly, it is updating it from the way it was in 2002 to $100. Previously, your body had ended up adopting a resolution to make it $50. This makes it $100 over that amount, and just also makes things much clearer because to amend an ordinance, you need to use an ordinance to amend, not a resolution. So this makes sure everything is the way it's
So
supposed to.
I'm looking at the, Class A, first offense, $200, now it would be $300?
No, it's gone up from $100 to $200.
200, so this, the one we have here, this is the updated numbers?
Yes, and remember, it was 2002 when we adopted the original numbers, so that's 24 years.
So the schedule in the
inflation.
backup is the updated schedule?
That is correct.
Yes.
Correct.
All right. Any more discussion on this from any council member? See none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it, motion carries. Moving on to 11B, Mayor Baidoon, ordinance updating city code section related to, we did the, sorry.
No.
7B.
I'm
11B.
gonna apologize.
I'll do
Council Chair.
11B if you want.
Business license fees.
Yeah,
11B.
I'll do 11B.
yeah, 11B.
All right, I'll make a motion that the Dearborn Heights City Council approve the following resolution regarding amending the business license fee schedule. Whereas the city of Dearborn Heights currently imposes fees upon business owners to license their business in the city, and whereas there are currently approximately 730 licensed businesses and 94 unlicensed businesses in the city as of January 2026, and whereas the current business license fees vary based on type of business, but range anywhere from $25 to $400, with the average fee being around $150. And whereas the current total of revenue generated from business license fees is $36,500, and whereas I am requesting an increase in the business license fees to $500 for new business licenses and $300 for renewals, effective February 1, 2026.
Let her finish it with love, and
Whereas these increases would raise the projected total business license revenue to $219,000, which is an increase of $182,500. Now therefore be it further resolved that the city of Dearborn Heights hereby authorizes the above amendments to the business license fee schedule to be effective May 1st, 2026, as outlined in 11B.
Second.
motion by Councilwoman Breyer, seconded by Councilman Constant. Per request from Madam Clerk for the renewal of licenses, because they already went out in the mail, so we're going to change the effective date just for renewals to be May 1st. But the motion has a lot of dollars. Mama, does that matter, or, because it's going to change, does not matter? Okay. So, Councilwoman Breyer, would you mind amending your motion to be,
Right.
to say for renewals only?
For renewals only,
To
as
be
stated.
effective May 1st, 2026.
Effective May 1, 2026.
And I support that.
Okay, motion amended by Councilwoman Breyer, seconded by Councilman Constant. Any discussions? Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it, motion carries. Moving on to new business. Police Chief Gazowski, request for traffic control device.
Council Chair,
Councilman Saab.
I move that the Dearborn Heights City Council approve the request to replace a deaf child sign at either the intersection of Carly Lane in Annapolis, or the easement of 4625 Carly Lane as outlined in
4652.
A motion by Councilman Saab, seconded by Councilwoman King. Any discussion? Seeing none, first, thank you, Chief, for bringing this forward. I mean, this is like first step in helping residents with special needs, so thank you very much for that. All in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? The ayes have it, motion carries. Moving on to 13B, temporary food truck, tent cart, license renewal, Jawad Majid.
Council Chair,
Councilman Saab.
I move that Dearborn Heights City Council approve the temporary food truck cart license renewal application for Shawarmaji as outlined in 13B.
Second.
A motion by Councilman Saab, seconded by Councilman Constant. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it, motion carries. Oh, moving on to comments from council members.
Council Chair?
Councilwoman?
I just want to make something that's kind of historical knowledge. Yesterday, January 26, in 1837, Michigan became the 26th state admitted to the Union. So it was an 189th year birthday. Because of the Toledo War, we got the Upper Peninsula,
Thank you, Councilwoman.
which contains some of the richest copper and iron ore deposits in North America. And then today's date, the 27th in 1945, Auschwitz was liberated in Germany. So I just thought I'd add something nice.
Any more
Chair?
comments, Councilman?
Thank you. First of all, I'd like to congratulate Chief Kozlowski. Thanks. Look forward to working with you. I got something I want to talk to you about, tonight or tomorrow. Speaking of snow removal, our nonprofit Jamie's Kids, we have a thing called Neighbor Labor, and we shovel snow, volunteer shoveling for seniors, veterans, and disabled people. And I put out several Facebook posts about, what we've done and asking for volunteers. And it seems like every time I put a Facebook post out for volunteers, I get dozens of calls from people who need their snow shoveled. Like I got 2 just during this meeting. And it'd really be nice if we can just have one team that could handle 1 or 2 houses in our 3 school districts, our major school districts. It helped out a lot. Yesterday, our kids had the day off of school, and just me and my 5 kids, we did 8 houses yesterday. And it's really rewarding. It's hard work, but it's rewarding. It's good exercise if you do it right. But we just need a couple volunteers. Last year we had over 20 volunteers. This year, I've said this several times. This year we've got 6, and it's increased the people needing stuff. And it's all most senior citizens. We have several veterans, some disabled. We do 3 houses that have wheelchair ramps that have to be done every day because it can't be slippery at all. So if any, my name and number are out there, so if anybody wants to volunteer, get a couple people together, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. Any more comments from council members?
Council Chair.
Councilman?
Thank you. I too want to congratulate our new police chief. He's really hit the ground running. I know he'll do a good job. It's great to have a mayor at the meeting and look over and have a responsive mayor. And I just want to thank the DPW. They did do a great job keeping our streets clean, so thank you.
I think they need a round of applause. I also would like to acknowledge the DPW workers. Thank you for all you've done the last few days. And I'm sorry for the residents who got ticketed because parking on the street. Please make sure when you get notified that city is under no emergency, please remove your cars from the street so that DPW workers can do their job. Any more
Council Chair.
Councilman?
Thank you. First off, I want to congratulate our chief. Congratulations, chief, again. DPW, to Director Dancy, honestly, Mayor Baidoon, you guys were all hands on deck, but honestly, thank you to the police department for issuing those tickets. And no, I don't feel sorry for residents getting the tickets because they were warned and given amp time.
Now they're going to get used to it.
Getting ticketed, and we're asking you politely and notifying the residents to move your cars off the streets so we can efficiently plow and salt the streets. That's why we do it. I also want to thank our ordinance officer, our director. I don't know if he's here or not. He's right there. Honestly, I want to give him a round of applause. I've reached out to him so many times since he's taken his position, and he's come through on every single call. Just today, my biggest thing I have is commercial vehicles parked on residential roads, and I always see these tow trucks. Talked to him over the weekend, and he called me today, said, hey, I went out there and confirmed it, and they gave him a warning, and if it's parked back there again, he's going to get a ticket. So thank you, sir, and thank you for working last week on that dog, and getting that dog secured. I appreciate it. Also, I want to talk about something at this council meeting. Social media is not a city department. And there's public officials in this room that just keep, and I'm sorry I'm using this term, but I'm going to be very blunt, they keep running their mouth nonstop, spreading mismessages, spreading division in the city, about uniting the city, moving the city forward. That's what we're aiming for. You folks know who you are. I'm going to point fingers. Enough is enough, like, grow up. Talking about somebody's family member, talking about someone's wife, talking about someone's home is wrong. I mean, if you got that much time on your hand, please invest more time in the position you're in and do some work going through agendas or problems with the city. You can fix it instead of spreading the hate and division. I've gotten multiple phone calls from residents saying certain individuals are calling. You're talking 1, 2, 3 or saying 1, 2, 3 about directors. I always say to anybody, and I'm publicly saying this, if you ever hear something about me being said about you or about a director or anything, please confront me directly. Don't go on social media. Don't go call your neighbor or friend, because it's going to always come back to me. And it always comes back. And then I had one more thing, and that will be the end of it. I don't care what your position in the city. I don't care if you're the mayor. Public streets are owned as the public right of way. They're owned by the public. Everybody has the right to park at their home. Everybody has the right to walk on sidewalks. You don't own any parks in the streets. You don't own any spots in the streets. Unless there's a permitted sign that says no parking there, or it's for a handicap spot, anybody in public is allowed to park. I don't care what side of the city you live on. I don't care how many homes you have in the city. And that is it. Thank you.
I thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. I think we made a promise, like no more drama, and we're going to move the city forward. It's all about, just bringing positive energy, no more negative energy. We're going to work as a team, as one family. That's the only way we can move the city forward.
I agree.
So I hope everybody jump on and, work as one so we can move the city forward. Right, Rose?
Yes.
Any comment from council members anymore? All set? Moving on to announcement.
Council Chair.
Mayor?
Thank you. Quick few announcements here. First and foremost, I want to check in with our good friend and our councilwoman, Nancy Breyer. I had a conversation with her. She told me she was a little bit under the weather. I just actually want to give my kudos over to our councilwoman. Shows up to every event, puts a smile on her face, comes to every single city council meeting, asks her questions. And so we need to recognize our very own, and I call her the mother of our city council. So thank you, and let's give her a round of applause. I want to talk a little bit about Gary and the role and what Gary's doing today. As you guys know, Gary has stood by this council, stood by this body, stood by a clerk, stood by a treasurer, made sure that he has had everybody's back. And so I want to make sure that I can continue and I can share that back over to Gary, because he has had everybody's back here, especially the last 3-4 years. And so now I want to make sure that we have his back as well. He has to always put family first, and I hope that you all would do the same. And not make sure that your work life doesn't take away the quality of life from your home. And it was doing a little bit of that to Gary, maybe a lot to Gary. And so him and I came up with some type of agreement where he's going to continue to remain, be here on the city council, eventually transition and just be completely retained like we were in the past. I just told him it'd be like a divorce, and I'd be the one like hurt and you'd be the one happy. But so we're not ready to see him transition. But the good news is, we have a renowned attorney here with us who's been with us for 3.5 years. Many of you guys didn't know, while Hussein was working behind the scenes for, the city, he wasn't so proud of our former corp counsel, so he, left voluntarily, but he's back, and we're excited to have Hussein. He is the assistant corp counsel, and he will eventually move in with the support of the council and through the coaching of Gary, and so he's probably going to pick on Gary a lot, like, hey, what about this, what about that? But I do believe, and I put my trust in Hussein Saad, somebody that's been with us for a very long time. And if anybody has any questions, call him, not Gary, because Gary's got limited hours.
That's true.
So we wanted to make those announcements. I also wanted to recognize today, while we were going through the transformation team, I know that there are some in here today that were on the transformation and who helped assist the transformation team, Adam. They talked about a name that resonated very loud in my heart and in my ear, and they kept saying, you need to find this person, you need to get this person. And so this person, who is a renowned director of parks, came in from the city of Berkeley, worked 16 years with the city of Berkeley, then went out to the city of Detroit, worked with the city of Detroit for 3 years. When I, basically said, hey, we'd love to have you, she said, I have to go to the proper policies. I want to make sure that I give my directors that right time frame. And so when we made the announcement last week, of showcasing all of our new directors. I couldn't showcase our new Parks and Recreation Director because she allowed the transition time for the city of Detroit to be, prepared. And she said, I wanted to work for the cooler mayor, Detroit or Dearborn Heights. She chose Dearborn Heights. So ladies and gentlemen, we have Teresa. She, if you want to give a quick synopsis of you and what you do, we would love that right up there. Don't get too carried away because you're up next. So Teresa is, and the one thing that the transformation team did tell me was she's the only person other than you that speaks faster and louder than you.
This is true. I'll try to speak slow since we're in a public meeting. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you for having me here, Council. As the mayor said, my name is Teresa McCarlton. I am really excited to be here. I was really excited from some of the public comments today talking about wanting more inclusive spaces and parks and public spaces. It's something that I believe very deeply in and something that I've practiced for the last 18 years working in the public sector and really for the last 15 years in parks. So we're going to push very hard to make that happen here. I think parks are everything. They're quality of life. They improve everything around you. I could talk for hours and days, and you will hear me say this over and over again, all the things that parks do. And I'm thrilled to be here. I've had a great welcome over the past week from the mayor and all of the administration and the city staff. And so I'm just extremely grateful. And I'll hopefully be seeing you a lot and asking for a lot of things, and also hopefully bringing in a lot of funding with our great grants director and the city. So very excited to be here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Welcome.
I wasn't done just there yet. And then I also want to say congratulations to our communications director, Mo Cass, who's actually working behind the scenes today because our cable TV employee, Angela's out on vacation. But Mo just got married this past Saturday. And on Saturday, he was still continuing to communicate to the public while he was going into his wedding, putting out advisories, letting people know we've extended the snow emergency, contacting the chief, contacting different directors. And I said, man, go enjoy your wedding. And he's like, no, like I have a job. And then I said, when are you going on your honeymoon? And he's like, well, you know what? I just jumped into this role. Like I'm going to continue on this role. And when I feel like I'm ready, I have a lot of work to do. And so he's been doing a lot of work. He's probably not going to stick his head out because he doesn't like the recognition, but he is behind there right now working. And so, congratulations. If you guys want to send him over an email, I know Councilman Ahmad spoke at his wedding. I don't know why, but it was pretty funny. He gave a great speech. And it was absolutely awesome. When they called on Councilman Saab, he was in the restroom, so he couldn't give a speech, but thank you for that. And then also, just a couple more updates. DPW has done a phenomenal job. You guys, I mean, some of my biggest critics on social media were like, I got to give credit where credit's due, and I'm so proud of DPW. They have hit every road, every cul-de-sac, every dead end, and if they haven't completely got to all of them, they are going to do all of them because that is the task that John Dancy and the supervisors have put on them, and they are doing a phenomenal job. John, congratulations to you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And so as you know, transitioning from our chief of staff, Hussein Tana, moving him officially to the courts, these things are not easy. And, we have to make some additions. And Gary, it was very, very hard for me to let go. That's why I'm still holding his hand, right? You know how many times he tells me, quit touching my hand. I'm like, Gary, don't leave. I almost cried, kind of like our chief today almost cried. That was very heartfelt. And congratulations to you, chief. But I wanted to make sure that when we're tasking, the chief of staff position, it's very hard to find individuals that are going to be, 1, Dearborn Heights, 2, invested, 3, have like the advisory, political understanding of the community. And so when doing so, it was none other than to kind of like reaching out to Malak, who was, and also for the city of Detroit, did 12 years as a senior advisor. We're probably paying her a lot less, but the good news is that wasn't about the money for her. It was about coming back and giving back to her community and giving back to Dearborn Heights. So Malak is going to be our new chief of staff. She's pretty smart. Usually I was telling Sue today in the office, I was like, Sue, I can get through anybody. Malak doesn't let me cut anything, and she's like, she calls me out on my bull crap, and I don't want to swear because my son's probably watching, but she's like, no, Moby, that's not happening. Like, man, we're not doing that. I'm like, come on, Malak. She's like, no, that's not real. It's not happening. So she's kind of the only person to tell me no so far, other than Debaja, and I'm not so fan, so he can't come to our meetings anymore. Malak, the floor is yours. Kind of give us a quick little synopsis.
Mayor Baidoun, thank you very much. Council, City Clerk, Madam Treasurer, she's not here. I just want to say thank you very much. I am very honored to be here, and I look forward to being an extension of the mayor, but most importantly, a partner to this body to make sure that we all are working together in such a way that helps improve the quality of life for all of the residents of Dearborn Heights. That's really the job here, and the goal is to help improve people's quality of life. With that being said, I do come with a long history in government. And you were right about the pay, but it's okay. The idea for me is, like I said, it's an act of service, because at the end of the day, we all are in public service, so it's about doing good for the community. So I look forward to working with all of you, and I just want you to know you will have a partner and an extension of the mayor, I hope, and always positive as we move forward. I've only been on the job for 2 days, but we're there. Thank you.
Welcome to the family.
And Malak, I'm just sorry in advance.
All right, any more announcement from?
Council Chair? Oh, go ahead.
Okay, for those that are interested, we do have a meeting tomorrow night, 6:30 for the Ecorse Creek Commission at 3335 South Beach Daily. We missed our neighborhood association meeting due to weather last Thursday. We had to cancel that. But we will have one next month on the fourth Thursday, and on the fourth Wednesday, we'll have another Ecorse Creek meeting. We did have a gathering on the 20th at the Richard Young Center from Friends of the Detroit River. They will be having another meeting on February 10th at Richard Young. For anybody that's interested in what's going on, I invite you to come.
Thank you, Councilwoman.
Thank you so much,
Yes, thank you. A quick shout out to Enforcement Officer Bunker, Robert Bunker, for going after some of those, or all of them. I'm sure he visited all of the unlicensed businesses because they are coming in. So shout out to our ordinance department. In addition, I think I thanked her last week, but I want to thank Sally again. I know it's been we're shorthanded, and we've had short weeks, and she's been really stepping up to the plate, as well as Deputy Clerk Dana Flamont filling in behind Sally. Okay, and thank you, Mayor Baidoun, for creating such a phenomenal transformation team. They selected, or I don't know who they brought forward to you, but thank you for the choices that you made. This is the first time in a long time I feel the positivity in our buildings. And I thank you, and thank you for all of our new team.
I actually forgot to put out one more thing. As you guys know, Kevin Abbott has been working alongside our building and engineering department, but I've also been kind of like utilizing him as much as I could as well. But I want to recognize two individuals today also. Kevin Abbott went out and shoveled a bunch of homes for seniors that picked up the phone and called us. I had to reach out to Director Nasrallah, and I said, hey, can we use Mr. Abbott to go out and shovel some of the snow here? And he's like, hey, I don't want any recognition, but he went out, purchased his own salt, salted the neighborhoods after, and so I want to thank Kevin Abbott for that, so let's give him a round of applause. I also want you to know that we also have Director Alziat, who's, our emergency manager, but also been doing a lot of like the heavy lifting for all of us, and he's like, I'm not kidding, he has been so helpful. I cannot tell you, if somebody has an issue with their water bill, he's having a conversation and translating. If somebody's having an issue at their home with their tree, he's picking up the phone, contacting DPW. If there's an issue with the police department, he's picking up the phone. He is talking to everybody that I was once talking to. And at one point now, I'm feeling, he's even like picking up seniors that fall in our parking lot and making sure that they are.
Stand up for now.
Emo, they want you to stand up because they want you to be recognized. Can you do that for us, Emo?
Please.
Go ahead.
Yes, please.
He comes with a wealth of knowledge. He's great. He's awesome. And
he's a
so,
bodybuilder.
Emo, thank you so much for doing a lot of that. And I know I was supposed to stop there, but I also want to recognize our very own, grant writer. We went out and submitted our first grant. It's officially been signed for $1.8 million for a new fire truck, ladder truck. There'll be $500,000 for Axon body cams and about $200,000 for vehicles that, since we have such an aging fleet, And so, and it's at $0 to the taxpayers, $0 of a match. This is and if you guys want it, she can email it to you guys. It is so beautiful. It's such a well-written story. It's called Dearborn Heights Cares, and she really broke this down. It took her, about 2-3 days. I think she put, a lot of hours into this, a little over like 20, 30 hours of writing this up. But when I tell you guys, we are gifted and lucky to have Nicole Hefty with us, AKA Nick. We are extremely lucky, and I want you guys to reach out, share the information that you guys are hoping for, and get some of the information that she's submitting. So thank you so much, Nicole.
I witnessed it.
And that's on record.
I told Teresa, Director Teresa, to be careful for you. Good luck.
All right. Thank you, Mayor. Any more announcement from city officials? Seeing none, moving to public comments. No public
Anything else
comments?
to be said?
I got it.
Here we go.
All right, please.
I've got a fun one.
State your
Rachel
name,
LaPointe,
street,
Merrick
city.
Street. Hang on, let me take off the jacket because this isn't official. This is a Rachel comment. I was looking up some old minutes just now, and I found from 2006, Gary Miyake getting a bid award. His hourly rate was $120 an hour that year. So 20 years ago, we've only gone up by $40. So thank you, Gary. We love you.
Thank you, Mrs. Lapointe. Any more comments in person? Please. No, you have to stand there. It has to be on the record. No problem.
Want to hear you.
Please state your name, street only, and the city you live in.
Hello, my name is Fatima Kurani. I live on Drexel Street in Dearborn Heights. Just a little comment about the park on, I forgot the street, Silvery Lane. So every day there would, during the summer, there would be motorbikes, electric bikes, teenagers. Yeah, the teenagers go on and they are hurting the little ones. So if they can be banned, that's it.
I agree.
I do think this is probably it's been a serious issue, Mayor, in the city. Like a lot of people complains about the electric scooters. So especially go on sidewalks and they go, I think, up to 25, 30 miles per hour.
50, 60 miles.
Yeah. They go more.
Electric scooters?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Council Chair.
Yeah, but they're allowed to be on the sidewalks. They're not allowed to be on the streets.
They go on the street.
So
they're not allowed to be on the streets. That's when it becomes enforceable.
And they'll come up behind you and they won't,
Yeah, you have no
they won't see
idea.
them. All right. Please go ahead.
Hi, everybody. Kim Comer, City Assessor. I live on Albert Street in Lincoln Park. Just a quick comment for all of our businesses. Your small business tax exemptions and your personal property statements are all due by February 20th. So just putting that reminder out there that those are due in. If you have questions, call our office. We're happy to help. We have a new personal property examiner, so we're very happy about that. So just please feel free to reach out to us if you have questions. Remember, you are required to file. If you have already filed a small business tax exemption, you do not need to refile unless you're over 80,000. So if you have questions, just give us a call, and I just wanted to put that reminder out for our business owners. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Madam Clerk, do we have anybody on Zoom? I see none. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn by Councilman Saab.
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Breyer. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you, everyone. Motion, meeting adjourned.